All right, a little help here with the practice problems with demand assignment, just so we kind of understand what we're trying to do. We're trying to decide if there is going to be a change or an actual shifting of the demand curve, or just a change in the quantity demanded, which you should remember, hopefully, from a video lecture or previous lessons, that the price change is going to lead to a change in quantity demanded, while the other non-price factors are actually going to shift the demand curve. And if you remember from either from your reading or from the lessons, there's those 5 factors that shift the demand curve: change in consumers' income, change in expectations of the future, change in the size of the market or number of buyers, change in expectations of the future, missing one, change in consumers' attitudes or tastes. So that's what you're looking for here. So it says we got to graph the item in parentheses and then use an arrow to illustrate whether the demand curve shifts left or right. And if there is a shift in the demand, you got to state the reason. So that's the shifter of demand that we're just talking about here. So first one, you got the price of gasoline falls. We got a change in the price of gas. What impact is that going to have on the market for SUVs? So for this one, remember we always put our price on the vertical, quantity on the horizontal, and there is our demand curve where we would start with. Again, this is that relationship between a price and quantity. So it's a series of points or series of data points that shows either this consumer or the market of consumers relationship between price and quantity. As prices change, right, as prices increase, we can see the quantity demanded decreasing. So just for instance, if we had this price here, price 1, Q1, if we were to see a price decrease, you can see that you're going to go over, hit that relationship, and you're going to see an actual increase in quantity. That makes sense. Prices fall, consumers are going to demand a higher quantity, a higher number. So here we're looking for what happens when the price of gasoline falls. We've got the impact on large SUV vehicles. Well, it would make sense, right, that these are related goods. We call these complements, goods that you consume together, gasoline and vehicles. When gasoline prices fall, we're going to see probably an increase in demand for larger SUV vehicles since they're cheaper to operate. So we're going to see a demand shift to the right. So I'm wanting to draw a new demand curve, shifting it out to the right, draw my arrow and label it D2 for demand, and therefore, okay, see an outward shifting of demand, and I'm going to put the change in price of a related good. That is the shifter. That is the shifter of demand. So you're going to do that for each one. Okay?